Live from clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, and WKMG. We're getting results in your neighborhood now at 6:30 p.m.
Good evening. This is News 6 at 6:30, getting results. Thank you for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gadsden.
And I'm Justin Mormouth. Tonight, there is still a big unanswered question 1 week since 2 children and their mom died in a fire. And since that terrible morning at the Country Gardens condos in Palm Bay, we've also been working to learn what exactly started that fire, trapping the family inside. News
6's James Barbero returns to the neighborhood to get an update from a fire adjuster. Police also just gave James the audio from a neighbor's call to 911.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Sunnybrook Lane.
And what's going on there?
It's on fire. Can you send somebody? There's kids in there. There's people in there.
A week now after those calls to 911, investigators like John here are still looking into what caused the fire. John, you told me that you haven't pinpointed the cause just yet, but what have you found out in a week?
The exact cause they're not sure of yet. Probably going to have to take some evidence out, have it tested, like some of the sockets, things like that, to see if that was the cause or if it was a computer or a piece of electronics. But again, until their reports are final, what I have is opinion, not fact.
We know this tragedy took 3 lives, and
yes.
Unfortunately, it also displaced some residents here. What's their status? Is anyone living here again?
The ones that are adjacent right now, while the investigations are going on, they're not going to be able to live there. But some of the neighbors, they can't even come back yet because it's, they knew the people there. They walk out and they see it. It brings back, the memories that are still pretty fresh.
It's just heartbreaking to see the damages. So what are the next steps out here?
So the next steps, as soon as the fire investigators clear it all, then the contractors can get in and start getting everything ready to do the reconstruction part. Of course, that's the easy part, that's the property. The loss of life, that's the one thing that we can't fix.
In the last week, the family of those who died here have raised nearly $30,000, they say in part to help pay for the funerals of 11-year-old Emmanuel, 7-year-old Zayla, and their mother, Betty Mendre. If you'd like to donate too, we have a link to the GoFundMe on clickorlando.com. In Palm Bay, Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, getting results, News 6.
And it's worth reminding you, if you would like to assist the family, you can make that donation to GoFundMe. We have that link, again, set up in the story at clickorlando.com. All right, taking a live look now over downtown Orlando. A beautiful shot here from the Light Orlando Delivering Hope camera. Clear skies out there and really comfortable temperatures.
City, too.
Kicking off the weekend, looking great.
All right, meteorologist Jonathan Kegas joins us now. I'm like, oh, we live there. Okay,
yes.
It's nice.
Right here. Yeah, it's amazing. Some of the best weather in the country today. Right here in Central Florida, temperatures in the low 80s, upper 70s along the coast, and a whole lot of sunshine. Right now, at this hour still, we are at 79 degrees. Remember last week we were struggling to get out of the 40s? We're about 30 degrees or so warmer than where we topped out last week for afternoon high temperatures. 79 in Kissimmee, 77 in Groveland right now. We're right around 70 degrees in Cocoa Beach. That'll change a little bit tomorrow. Another cold front coming through. Don't worry, this one is not going to be that blast of Arctic air like the last couple that have come through. It will slightly turn our temperatures cooler and also bring us a very slight chance for a few showers. Again, emphasis on the slight on both of those things. 75 degrees by 9 if you're heading out this evening. We're at 71 by 11. Gorgeous night tonight. You will notice those clouds increase a little bit as that front gets closer to us. And then overnight, and by the time you wake up tomorrow, a few showers are going to be around. We'll talk much more about the timeline of the showers and when the 80s come back, guys. And I think you'll like this forecast if you like the warmth. We'll talk about that at 6:47.
Sounds good, Jonathan. Thank you. As federal investigators try to figure out what caused Wednesday night's collision between an American Airlines passenger jet and a military helicopter, there are questions about what went wrong and what, if anything, should change so a tragedy like this never happens again. Video shows what air traffic controllers would have seen watching the radar when the American Airlines jet and a Black Hawk helicopter collided midair. All 64 people on the plane and 3 soldiers on the helicopter were killed. News 6 spoke with Dr. Michael McCormick, an associate professor of air traffic management at Embry-Riddle.
Looking around this lab, you can see some of these next-gen technologies being simulated. This is a laboratory that utilizes the en route automation modernization tool, and with ERAM decision support tools to assist controllers, it would not have prevented this unfortunate event.
The FAA says next-gen capabilities are active and expanding across the country, and they've touted $12.3 billion worth of benefits since 2010.
In Osceola County, community leaders gathered to discuss the president's recent executive orders on immigration and short-lived freeze on federal funding.
They highlighted the potential impacts on Central Floridians, including the thousands of Venezuelans who will be at risk of deportation now that the Trump administration has removed their temporary protected status. News 6 reporter Stephanie Rodriguez explains what this means and how the community is reacting.
We're hardworking individuals who strain the fabric of this nation. When TPS is taken away, families like mine are left vulnerable.
Now that U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem vacated the 18-month extension on temporary protected status for Venezuelans, the community is trying to figure out what to do next.
And right now, here we are, fighting to have protection.
William Diaz is the founder of Casa de Venezuela, an immigrant advocacy group. He was one of the many who joined Congressman Darren Soto on Friday to speak on the topic.
Over 600,000 beneficiaries of TPS because 3 or 4 or 5 guys commit a crime in any state of the United States. Why don't you see the valuable people that are working in hospitals, schools?
Soto sent a letter to Noem and Secretary of State Marco Rubio denouncing the decision that will leave hundreds of thousands at risk of deportation.
I'm proud today to lead a letter with multiple members of Congress to stop this termination and make sure we protect local Venezuelan families. They are members of local citizens, families, and we will stand with them. The reality is, more deportations equal more inflation, and this will affect everyone.
Temporary protected status is a designation given to a foreign country by the U.S. to allow its residents to be here without worrying about being deported. To qualify for TPS, a country must have an ongoing conflict like a civil war, an environmental disaster, or an epidemic, or other extraordinary and temporary conditions. Right now, there are 17 countries under temporary protected status. In early January, the Biden administration extended TPS for Venezuelans, but now their TPS will expire in either April or September of this year. Diaz says they're doing what they can to help TPS recipients while trying to reinstate the extension.
Is legal action being considered as well?
Oh, absolutely, and that is already working.
In Kissimmee, Stephanie Rodriguez, Getting Results, News 6.
The annual open enrollment period for Florida's prepaid college tuition program begins tomorrow. Prices are steady with a 1-year plan for newborns at $29 monthly and a 4-year plan at $120. Tuition has not risen in a decade. Several prepaid tuition options are available, including 2- and 4-year plans to cover state colleges and universities. Shannon Smith with Florida Prepaid says it helps kids start adulthood debt-free.
When you do this for a child, whether you start with 1 year or you go for 4 years right away, whatever you're able to save, every dollar you save is a dollar they do not have to borrow. Student loan debt is crushing.
It absolutely is, and any child in Florida from newborn through 11th grade can take part in the program. Open enrollment runs through the end of April.
Let's take a look now at what's trending on Central Florida's #1 news website, clickorlando.com. So do you wake up with a stuffy nose, watery eyes, and just can't stop sneezing? Allergies are off the rails right now in Central Florida. Typically, we associate runny noses and coughs with a rapid change in the weather, and we just had a lot of that.
Yeah, we sure did. Going from the freezing cold to spring-like warm can do a number on that immune system. And News 6 meteorologist David Nazario dives into the science of how the weather plays a role with allergy season. And it's not surprising. I mean, you think about it, it does seem to
coincide.
Up we go, down we go, out we come.
And think of what we've been hearing at our desks from other people to remain nameless. There's some coughing coming from somebody on camera right over there. I don't know what's going on.
There's something going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going around.
Yeah, all right. So here are some of the other trending stories. We're going to talk about trending stories that are happening on clickorlando.com, but we want to make sure that you take care of yourself first.
Yes.
Okay, so the one thing that's going on is the Florida Strawberry Festival. I don't know if you've ever been to this thing, Justin.
I've been wanting to go.
Okay,
Big fan of strawberries.
The thing you have to have, no, you have to get a strawberry biscuit.
Okay.
It's a nice warm biscuit. You get the strawberry, and the strawberry is warm. And it's the juice that it absorbs it, and you eat it with, they put whipped cream on top.
Oh my gosh.
It is. It is mouth-watering.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so not only can you get that delicious biscuit, but you can get some live performances, rides, and attraction, fresh strawberries, of course. ClickOrlando.com has the live performance schedule of this 11-day festival and details on how you can get tickets.
I did see a lot of people posting that they got tickets to whoever. There's I think a country guy that's playing that's a popular guy, and a lot of people I saw, going to the Strawberry Fest.
They usually have really top-tier performers, so we'll see.
I would love to go to that.
And whether it's for a day or a day out, Fun Spot America has a Be Mine deal for Valentine's Day. Fun Spot. Hey, the package is $72.50. May seem pricey for your lady friend, but CentralFlorida.com breaks down why it might be worth it for that special someone.
Is it worth losing the person that you're going there with? Because
I wouldn't chance
I wouldn't chance it. I don't have a good feeling about that proposal. Hey, we're gonna go to Fun Spot on the 14th. I love Fun Spot. It's a great place.
It is.
Just not on February 14th, I don't think.
You'll be there with a lot of other people. An annual festival is returning for its 36th year, honoring the legacy of a local author, showcasing one of Florida's most historic communities.
It's all part of kicking off Black History Month. Coming up, News 6's Laverne McGee gives us a tour of what Zora Fest is all about.
And later, how virtual communication established new relationships here in Central Florida.
You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus. We're getting results in St. Cloud, Sanford, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Black History Month starts tomorrow, and one of the events kicking off is the Zora Fest Outdoor Festival. It's the Festival of the Arts, and it's in its 36th year.
And it's all about celebrating the culture, music, and legacy of an author who showcased historic Eatonville around the world. News 6's Laverne McGee has the details.
The Zora Festival runs all weekend. Come with me and I'll show you around.
Come check us out at the Zora Festival. pieces are handcrafted in Kenya. We have different styles, some jumpsuits, some jackets.
We celebrate the life and the work of Zora Neale Hurston. We celebrate the historic significance of her hometown. She popularized Eatonville as the oldest incorporated African-American municipality in the United States.
This is an absolutely gorgeous day to be out here celebrating at the Zora Festival in Eatonville. Come with me and let me show you around. There's so much to do here as people celebrate Zora. You can see all of the food booths that are out here for people to enjoy.
From the Orlando Science Center.
What's interesting is the different types of activities that are available for all ages, children and adults, and it'll be a great learning opportunity for us about Black history.
We also celebrate the cultural contributions which people of African heritage have made to the United States and to the world.
The festival runs all weekend. For more information, you can go to clickorlando.com. In Eatonville, Laverne McGee, Getting Results, News 6.
Yeah, it's the perfect day for that, the perfect weekend for that, because the weather looks really, really spectacular.
Great place.
That's it, City of Eatonville. It is wonderful if you've never been,
Yes.
and this is a good time to go and explore too, because they have all these different things going on.
You're going to learn so much about it. You're going to have great food out there, and you're going to support those local businesses.
That's key.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And News 6 is celebrating Black History Month from February 1st to March 1st. We want to hear your stories highlighting the Black community in our area. Submit your ideas by using the contact form in this article at clickorlando.com. All right, speaking of places we love, this is a look at one of my favorite spots. This is, what are you looking at? What's going on?
I told you, Ginger.
What are you looking at?
Remember earlier I said tomorrow they have an
art
art
festival.
festival.
Oh, that's right, the arts festival. I was
and
like,
you
what
couldn't tell at 4 o'clock.
The tents, they have the tents up now.
They got the tents up.
Okay, yeah, it's perfect, right on cue. So,
sorry for interrupting your, I know you were on to something.
We just got real close to that screen too.
We were wondering
I couldn't
what was
see
happening.
it. Now I can see it. Now I know exactly what's going on.
I was like, what, people out there?
No. But they have an art fest too.
I thought you saw someone you knew.
No. Boy, I got good vision, not that good.
Our meteorologist Jonathan Kekas joins us now, and it seems like this is the weekend for any outdoor activity, including yard work, which no one wants to hear about.
No, I made a mistake
Thanks
of giving
for the reminder.
Everybody the list of, hey, all the wives pushing the husbands back outside to get that yard work done.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity, a very slim opportunity, especially early for a few showers with that front coming through both Saturday and Sunday. Most of us are going to be dry, and anything that we get is going to be few and far between and very short-lived. So a very nice weekend coming our way. Temperatures back in Orlando right now, 79 degrees. Again, we've had temperatures today surge into the 80s for the first time this year. The breeze out of the southwest at about 7 miles an hour. It's a live look in downtown Orlando again with our Light Orlando Delivering Hope Skycam. 82 the high in Daytona, same in New Smyrna. 79 in Cocoa Beach and 79 in Ocala. We did not jump in the 80 club just yet, but we will eventually. 82 in the Villages. Leesburg, good evening. We touched 82 degrees today as well. January, of course, comes to an end today. We'll add another orange box here as we get towards the end of the day there. That's going to be on January 31st, of course. It's going to be remembered, though, as being very, very cold, especially through the middle 2 weeks. All the blue boxes on this screen represent below average temperatures. Putting all the low temperatures and high temperatures together, averaging them out, we came out with 56.1 degrees for the month. Now, the average of that is 60.5. So we were way, way below the normal for the month. So much so, in fact, that we're going to finish again. We're going to break a big, big streak set back in 2021. This is the first below normal month when you take those average temperatures together since November of 2021. That is 37 consecutive months of temperatures being at or above average. February 2024, it was close to stopping that trend, but it finished at average, literally to the 10th of a degree. So again, January 2025, first below average month in a very long time. 79 in Sanford right now. We're at 72 in Wildwood, 76 in Winter Haven tonight. We're back to 61 in Daytona Beach overnight. It's still way above where we should be for this time of the year when you wake up in the morning. Rain chances start to go up a little bit tomorrow morning, up to about 10 to 20% as that weak front comes through. It's all because of this thing right here. You can see the rain showers moving through parts of the deep south, southeast, and Florida Panhandle. We're going to get involved on some of those light showers again. They're going to be few and far between. Most of us are going to stay on the drier side, and most of these come when you're asleep as well. At 3 to 4 o'clock, a few showers moving to areas northwest of I-4. I-4 corridor closer to the time you might wake up if you're an early riser on the weekend. That's 6, 7 o'clock with a few of those showers. And then I think by 9 or 10, Most of these are out of Central Florida completely, and we will see some sunshine break its way back through Central Florida. Now here's a look at your pinpoint, accurate forecast.
Your forecast is sponsored by Florida Lottery.
Temperatures tomorrow get back into the low to mid 70s. Again, we'll have some clouds and a few showers around to start. Then we'll see a little more sunshine for the afternoon. That continues again over the next few days. Pro Bowl Sunday looking great as well. A little bit warmer, temperatures back to around 80. 20% shot for a few showers as that front kind of gets hung up, mainly south of Central Florida. 85 almost on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to keep that warmth rolling. It's going to be a very, very warm start to February, guys. Look at that all the way through.
Wow, but looking good, though. Thank you,
Very
Jonathan.
nice.
All right, so if you are like a lot of us, except Justin, and moved to Central Florida from somewhere else, it can be hard to meet new people and build close relationships.
And that was the case for this week's Getting Results Award winner. So she started an online group for moms. We were there as her virtual community became a real one. Here's Julie Broughton.
Nice to meet you. I'm Gina. Hi. You are. Oh, you're Nora. Hi, Nora. How are you? So good to see you. I know we've been talking on Facebook. Finally.
It's Gina Gray's big day.
The plan is finally coming together.
After months of planning, she's finally bringing her online community together.
There's going to be a lot of connections. I can already see a lot of the mothers, talking amongst themselves.
Gray is the founder of Mommy Wants a Break, a Facebook and Instagram group designed to give moms an outlet to make new connections. But this was about finding something deeper.
Talk about mom things.
It was perfect timing. We got to drop off the boys, and it's perfect. I can do this, pick them back up.
You're going to just choose one of these cards that resonate with you. We're going to do an icebreaker event. Are you a fitness enthusiast? Perhaps you're a movie buff.
Like many of us, Gray moved here from out of state, leaving a support network of family and friends behind.
This is all about you guys. I'm just trying to put something together that we don't have, which is a community. I know there's a lot of Facebook groups and things like that, but there's no one really talking about the things that matter.
As you can see, she's getting results. And a room full of people who just met.
Okay, I went in 2008.
It didn't take long for them to find the words.
It is hard to find other moms in the area because one, we're so busy with our lifestyles, with kids and work, and a lot of us have a lot of things we're doing on the side as well.
And then property taxes, especially in Orange County, they are crazy as well.
It was as if many finally found the connections they were looking for.
I have met some amazing women. It's really just been nice to step outside of the daily and just get to meet new ladies that I probably would not have otherwise met.
There was two moms that were sitting here and they were just like holding hands and just giving each other love, and it was just wonderful to see.
Social media has the power to connect, but it takes someone special to build a community.
Even though we mostly all just met today, we were all willing to be vulnerable and share. And I thought that was amazing.
You're welcome. It was nice meeting you guys. See you again next month.
So today was definitely a success.
Oh, that was Julie Broughton reporting. I love that because, one of the studies I read recently says that people are so lonely and they crave face-to-face connection. And I think that's what they get there, obviously.
And I love that it was great foresight. Yes, we're going to do this online community. We're going to create this community, which is a great thing to do. But when you take that community offline and you get that interaction,
it's nothing like it.
There is nothing like it, and so many people crave it, like you mentioned. So it's great to see that absolutely getting results.
Love it.
Award. That's very fitting. Well, Bethune-Cookman looking to make some major upgrades to its gym, but with the lack of university funding, current and alumni basketball players are taking things into their own hands.
Yeah. Moore Gymnasium was built in 1937 and needs some major improvements according to the school, like the AC, scoreboards, and score table. They're setting out to fundraise $100,000. Saturday afternoon and evening, games will be the school's first homecoming celebrations for the basketball teams, a big opportunity to ask people to reach into their wallets and support their alma mater.
The universities are all underfunded, not just this one, but all HBCUs are underfunded. And then us being a private HBCU, we don't get a lot of state money.
The facilities in itself, it helps with recruitment and everything else because, one, that's the caveat that other universities use against us.
So their athletic director says slowly but surely they are improving all sports facilities. They broke ground 2 years ago on the school's first on-campus football field, now basketball, and he hopes to raise funds for track sometime next year. Well, it is time to let the good times roll at Universal Orlando's Mardi Gras celebration.
Event kicks off this weekend. It's got food, music, parades, straight from the streets of New Orleans, right to the theme park. And this year marks 30 years of the fan favorite event. Organizers say they are pulling out all the stops. Kicks off tomorrow. Got some fantastic food there. You got fantastic people who are playing, performers, T-Pain, Joe Jonas.
Oh, yeah.
Need I say more? I mean,
No.
think about that.
No, Kool and the Gang, you
Kool
said
and the
it's gonna be
Gang
there?
eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Can't ask for
all
more
you
than
could
that.
ask for, plus all the rides and things like that. So
it's great.
Yeah, you just got to buy the ticket. And you can get the latest theme park news sent right to your email. Digital journalist Haley Coombs compiling the biggest stories on attractions all into one newsletter. Sign up for In the Loop theme park scoops at clickorlando.com/newsletters and stay with us. We'll be right back.
Coming up on Monday, leaders in another local city looking to put the brakes on new construction.
Yes, they want to use the time to come up with solutions to prevent flooding and what it could mean for projects already in progress.
Plus your pinpoint weather and traffic every 10 minutes. We'll see you Monday for News 6 Mornings starting at 5 a.m.
Welcome back. Earlier this week, we showed you how lionesses at a zoo celebrate their birthdays by opening gifts in style.
Oh, what is this? But apparently another silly tradition takes place at this wacky zoo. What do goats and Groundhog Day have in common? You tell me. This Groundhog Day, goats at the Milwaukee Zoo will have the honor of handling the weather prediction duties, Justin.
All right. Well, that's cool.
The zoo's Nigerian dwarf goats will run out of their yard and make the long winter or early spring prognostication. According to the zoo, Nigerian dwarf goats are native to West Africa and are known for their small stature.
So nothing with meteorological background, just
cuteness.
That's I
all.
guess what they have in common with Buxatawny Phil is there's just no training that is involved with their predictions.
I mean, how do you train for that? How do you train for that?
Well, it takes school.
It's a long process. As long as long as you can see the shadow, I guess you're qualified.
We're good.
Bingo.
Hey, thank you so much for watching News 6 at 6:30.
Hope you have a great weekend.
Bye.